Alright, so starting a new topic. This is all going to be using all your knowledge on Pythagoras Theorem. What I thought, I'll do a quick video just recapping all the stuff that you would have done in previous years. So just a quick little reminder, our formula for Pythagoras Theorem is c squared equals a squared plus b squared. And the important thing to always keep in mind is that c has to be the longest side of your triangle. It's always the side that is opposite the right angle. So let's jump straight in. So question 1, I want to find the length of x. So because x is opposite my right angle, that means that is my hypotenuse. That is my c. So I'm going to be using my formula of c squared equals a squared plus b squared. And I'm going to change it all in. So c squared is now going to be x squared equals 7 squared plus 10 squared. A and b, doesn't matter what way round it is, doesn't make a difference. So that means I'm going to have x squared equals 49 plus 100. So that means x squared is going to equal 149. But what we want to find out is x. Right now I know x squared, so that means I have to square root it. An important thing, make sure when you do the square rooting, you do change that bit at the front from x squared to x. And then once I've done that square rooting, it comes out as 12.20. I'm going to round it to 3 decimal places because it's 2065, so that'll be 207. And that'll be centimeters. Okay, so question 2. So this time, we know what our hypotenuse is, which is that going to be that 22. So we are actually trying to find a shorter side. Now, one way to sort of think about it, if I go to my formula of the c squared equals a squared plus b squared, I just want to get either the a squared on its own or the b squared on its own, and I can use that formula. Easiest way to do it, take away the b squared from both sides. And so that means I've got this c squared minus b squared equals a squared, or a squared equals c squared minus b squared. So you can either memorize that bit at the bottom as our formula, or when in doubt, if you do forget at the time, you can rearrange your original Pythagoras formula to give you what you want. So that's going to be x squared equals 22 squared minus 10 squared. So x squared equals 484, take away 100. So x squared is going to equal 384. So my x will be the square root of 384, which will come out to 19.596, and that's if I had to do it to 3 decimal places. So let's put these in a bit of little problem solving questions. So first one here says find the perimeter of the shape below. To find the perimeter, I need to know what all the sides are, so I've got to figure out what x is. So because x is opposite the right angle, that means it's going to be my c squared equals a squared plus b squared. So that's going to be x squared equals 18 squared plus 8 squared. So x squared is 64. Oh, let's actually get it in the same order. 324 plus 64. So x squared is going to equal 388. So that means then x is going to be the square root of 388. And so to 3 decimal places, that's going to be 19.698. So my perimeter, I want to add it all up. So I'm doing that 19.698 plus 18 plus 8. And so my final answer is going to be 45.698. That'll be in meters. All right. Next example, find the area of the isosceles triangle below. So, area of a triangle formula is that half base times height. I know what my base is. It's going to be that 24 there. And so the one thing I am missing out is what this height here is. I don't know that. I've got my slant length, but not the height. So in fact, let's actually think of this as that sort of right angle triangle there. And I'm just going to draw it up a side. So I've got that slant length of 20. And then on the bottom there, I'm going to half it to be 12. And we're trying to figure out what the height is. So opposite my right angle, we know that's our hypotenuse. So that means we're going to be using the other formula. So we're going to be using the a squared equals c squared minus b squared. So that's going to be h squared equals 20 squared minus 12 squared. So h squared equals, not 200, what am I writing there? 400 minus 144. So that means h squared is going to be 256. So then my h, when I square root that, it's going to just come out as 16. So then going to my area formula, half times the total base is 24 times my height of 16. And that will come out as 96 centimeters squared. So hopefully that should all be really familiar. If it's not, make sure you do lots and lots of practice on the Pythagoras stuff because you need it for all the new things you're about to learn for Nat 5. Let me know if there are any issues and good luck with the work.